So we're here with Chip Bubela Real Estate, founder, broker.
Yeah.
What I think is most interesting about you is your entrepreneurial pursuits that you've had in your career, and us coming in and helping you with a website really opened all that up to me.
Yeah.
I love entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your story of real estate acquisition. You ended up owning a gym, you got an insurance agency,
Yeah.
and you've got a real estate firm. So
How does that all unfold?
yeah.
So both of my grandfathers were entrepreneurs. My grandfather, on mom's side, Langham, was a plumber, HVAC guy. So he had a plumbing company, HVAC company. So then my other grandfather, Clarence Bubela, he had a tree farm, he had a nursery, he had a service station, and he also had a boring company, board for the telephone company and stuff like that. So I grew up in that arena, seeing
Everybody's hustling. Your
Right.
whole family's.
Yeah, but fast forward, I knew I didn't want to be a plumber. I knew I didn't want to, do what my other grandfather did. But I went to school, majored in finance, and I love finance. And I had a little bit of background in real estate, but I loved real estate. And then, went and worked for a corporation, Ferguson Enterprises, sold wholesale plumbing supplies, did that, but started selling real estate on the side. And through that, I met what I call my mentor, Wayne Morgan, who owns the real estate business school in Austin. He had a 3-step process. It was get your license, build your business, and invest the profits back in low-risk real estate. And I truly believe that the goal of any business is to buy real estate.
Yep.
Because people make their money in their business, but they hold their wealth in real estate. You can see so many people have built really big legacies through real estate. I like to quote that saying, the purpose of a business is to buy real estate. But getting back onto what y'all guys did for us is, as a real estate broker, you want to have the best. When people are thinking about buying a ranch between Austin, Houston, and San Antonio, I need to have a good presentation of, what we can do for you as far as listing your property. And that's what real estate did for us with the website. It was really geared towards people in the land business. The way it integrates land ID and all this. And so thank y'all for put together a great product for us.
Oh, we love, our whole purpose is to help other people make money.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, and we can measure it, that we're helping you make money and all your agents and continue to grow. Because if we can do that, then now a bunch more people are feeding their families, growing their income so they can go buy real estate. And if we do that for a long time, you guys are going to be a customer for a long time. But I want to get back to, we have something in common that I didn't know.
Okay.
I used to work at Ferguson Enterprises.
Shut up.
I did. So now.
Worked there 7 years, bro.
Oh, really?
Worked there all through college. I had to get a job with college, with Texas State, but worked in St. Elmo, South Austin, and started there, worked there 7 years.
What's cool, one story you told me is, I was like, how did you end up with a big warehouse or something like that? He said, well, it had a gym in it, and so I bought the gym, which got you into the franchise space.
Right.
And I was just trying to buy the real estate, but I got the business with it. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so what business is McDonald's in? They're in the real estate business. So they're not, even though they're hamburgers, they're in the real estate business. So my wife was in the fitness. We moved from Austin to Schulenburg. She's in the fitness. There's a building downtown. It's vacant. Nobody wants it. It was a Family Dollar at one time. The Family Dollar moved to the interstate. Anyhow, I took an electrician from Leon's, my family's company, over there, and his name's Patrick. He's actually my Uncle Patrick. And I said, what do you think this building could be? He said, this would be a hell of a gym. And the light bulb went off. And so then I went home and I said, hey, I think we should buy an Anytime Fitness franchise and move it in that building downtown. And that's how that started. And so we have a built-in tenant to buy commercial real estate. So we've done that location. We got Smithville. We did a build-out on a commercial building downtown Smithville. We have one in Beeville, Texas. And so we had a couple of them that we leased, but our ultimate goal was to buy real estate via the franchise with Anytime.
I love your mindset.
Yeah.
And I love your methodical approach to everything. Yeah. And it's very purpose driven.
Yeah.
And looking from the outside in, it does look very intentional. Yeah. It's not accidental.
Right.
Where you've landed. The other thing I wanted to hit on was you did a podcast recently, several months ago, with your mentor that you just spoke of, and his whole 3-step process. And I'm sure there's tentacles into it as well. But talk to me briefly about, it just feels like you're involved in Realtors Land Institute pretty heavily, education. self-improvement, reading books. You talk about books that you read.
Yeah.
It just looks like there's a method to the madness,
Yeah.
that is entrepreneurship. And anybody that can distill it down into steps and processes and then execute on it and then be successful at it and then continue to grow it, I'm enamored with.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that 3-step process and how even further it impacted your life.
What do you listen to? I don't know if you heard the Coffee Bean guy there, Damon, who was their motivational guy today. But I was listening to him talk, and he thinks it a lot of the way I think about things. Like, I wake up every morning, I think about my faith, I think about my family, I think about my work, what I need to accomplish. And I think about my health. And I really focus on those 4 areas of my life and trying to do something within those every day, and having good relationships. And so I try to feed the positive dog every day too. So reading something positive, spiritual, reading some scripture, whatever. And so always, working on my health too. I like to train, eat healthy, keep a mind sharp. But yeah, it's working on all those things: faith, family, relationship, my work every day. Because I'm passionate about. I'm a workaholic. I love to work.
Yeah.
It's not because it's because my dad. Growing up, my dad said, "What are you gonna do productive today, son?" There was no sitting around. There was no such thing. You had to go to work. I mean, so many people are like, "Chip, your work ethic. Where did you get it from?" I was like, "My dad."
Yeah.
And really, there was no sitting around.
Yeah. It's instilled in you. It's like an afterthought. It's like your gun dog. Your gun dog doesn't know anything other than doing what they're doing there. Well, Chip, this has been awesome.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I love hearing these stories. I know more people want to hear these. They don't want to talk shop and all those things, but inspirational stories, looking to people that have done it before, that are in the trenches. And one of the things I heard on the podcast, somebody asked you, like, how many hours do you work a week? And then the response is all of them.
Yeah, there you go.
All of them.
All of them. I love it. That's fantastic.
And so, and that's true about entrepreneurs. It's on your mind, but at the same time, being present with your family and your wife and your spouse and parents.
It's never balanced. We're always rebalancing, as I always say. Always rebalancing. So
yeah, I just thought that was great. How many hours a week do you work? All of them.
Heck yeah.
So it's been great. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Yeah, bye.